WECU-TV presents Grow Your Knowledge, Correctly Pot a Plant, and here with this week's Do-It-Yourself project is your host, Sarah Draper.
Hi, welcome to Grow Your Knowledge. I'm your host, Sarah Draper, and today we're going to learn how to correctly pot a plant. First, I want to go over what all tools you'll need. First, you'll need a pot, like we see here, a base for your pot, like we see under this lemon surprise plant. You'll need a trowel, which is this little tiny shovel here. You'll also need a watering can, and also your soil. So let's get started. Before we learn how to pot an already growing plant, I'm going to show you how to pot a seed. Now we have these cute little pots, and for a beginner they might just seem like, oh, they're for children, or oh, it's just a cute decorative pot, but actually they have a specific purpose to plant a seed. And so you start growing your seed here in this small plot, and then eventually move it up to larger pots as the plant grows. So today I'm going to use my base that I have here. Your pot should always have a hole in the bottom, like we see here. It's important for water to be able to drain, as well as airflow to be able to get into the plant. So we're going to start. I would recommend you can use gardening gloves, but for things such small plants, such small pots, they might actually hinder you here. So instead, just use your hands. It's okay to get a little bit dirty. Okay, so I'll use this. And we have, okay, I entered just a little bit of soil. Like we see here, it only goes up to half of the pot. This is done on purpose because you don't want to plant your seed directly at the top of your pot. You want it to be buried in the middle. So we're going to add some water because, like my soil here, it's very dry, and you want to add water, not as much as I just did, but you do want to add water to be able to moisturize your soil so that your plant isn't trying to grow through just dense, hard soil. So I have these seeds here. These are bachelor buttons, and I'll just get one out for you. In plant pots this small, you just want to plant one because it is so small, and you can plant several at one time. So you want to take your finger, drill a small hole into the pot, and then just place your seed inside, and quickly cover the seed. Then you add more dirt to the top. And there you have it. You don't want to fill the dirt all the way to the top, because as the seed grows, as the roots go down into the pot, you will have the dirt push forward towards the top. Again, that's all we have for this. When we come back, we'll learn how to plant our two plants here into larger pots. So thank you so much for joining us.
I know you said earlier this skirt doesn't make me look fat, but are you sure?
Well?
Well? I know you said earlier this skirt doesn't make me look fat, but are you sure?
No, not at all.
Since there were humans, there have been bad choices, but with the redo button, you can easily get yourself out of this troubling situation. 3 payments of $19.99, you can own your
Welcome
own
back
button.
to Grow Your Knowledge. I'm your host, Sarah Draper, and we just learned how to pot a seed, and now we're going to move on and learn how to pot an actual growing plant. So I'm going to start out with our blue pearl here, because it is smaller. I'm going to take our pot. This one's obviously much larger, so you have to add more soil, but we're going to basically do the same process that we did with the smaller pot. So I'm going to add some soil. And as far as soil goes, what you'll need to do is add just enough to make the plant be at the rim of the pot. So I'll actually need to add more, but we can test it out here. Most plants won't come out this easily, but you need to make sure if the plant is like hard getting out of its previous container, if it's been in that container for longer than say 18 months, then it will have grown significant roots. And what you'll do, I'll try it with this one, you just take the plant in your hands, tip it over, won't tip it all the way over, tip it over, and then just kind of lightly tap it on the table, and it should break loose, which I've previously done. So what you'll need to do, let me add some more. Okay, what you'll need to do, add the soil, again add the water to moisten the soil. And my soil is really dry, so I added a little more water than you would if you had bought pre-moisturized soil. Okay, now you take the plant. What you'll need to do, if you see the bottom, you'll see the tiny roots here. But you see there's quite a bit of soil attached to the bottom. So what you'll kind of do with your hands, you just kind of massage the soil and let it fall down into your pre-existing soil here in the pot. And then you just place the plant right on top. Now, you might want to hold it in place if it's small like this one, but then you will just add soil around the edges to make it stable. Okay, and then pat it down with your fingers. Like I said, gloves may hinder you here because the plant is so small, but just make sure if you do prefer wearing gloves that they're more fitted to your hand. Okay, and now that we have that, there's our plant, and then you'll water the topsoil. Always remember to get as close to the base of the plant as you can. You don't want to just water the top of it because that's not the part that needs the water. The roots need the water. And there we have a successfully repotted plant. If you see that in a few weeks that the plant has grown, always feel free to take out some of the existing soil and replace it with new soil, pack it down, and then repot it to a bigger plant as the plant grows. We can quickly repot this one. Flowers basically are the same, but you'll want to be a little more delicate with these. Okay, and the root structure of these will be different, so we can look at that. Again, take your plant, flip it upside down, and pull gently. Now we have the root structure here. And what we'll want to do, since it's so compact, that we do this and set it in our pot.